Middleton's on Bridges.
Well, you know, no Ben Simmons on the floor, so you need to cover the perimeter a little bit more actively without the non-shooter.
And a delayed foul call, the reach-in.
Adrian Griffin going down his coaches to see if that's review worthy. Judging by the reaction of Jay Crowder, you see
does have a challenge left.
It was a bump on Bobby Portis's part, so I think Jay's like, that's not my foul. Now, he may have been fouled, but they said Bobby Portis did not. Jay thought the foul was called on him. I thought I heard him say Bobby Portis took the foul. So that's a good call. Simmons comes back on the floor. Let's see if they elect to stay with the same lineup now that you've got the non-shooter in Ben Simmons, where you could play a Brook Lopez on him and just have him sag back in straight help position.
Tied at 119. 3 minutes left to play.
Well, whatever you do, you got to get this great execution to get the shots you want. There's that wedge screen.
Dame got that screen from Chris Middleton.
And that's a good shot for Dame Lillard in this situation. He just did not knock it down, but he's the guy you want taking the shot when he's open like that early in the offense.
Cam Thomas.
Rebound the basketball. Good job, Jay Crowder. He just out-battled Mikal Bridges for that loose defensive rebound.
Giannis has got a 32-point game. Chris Middleton gets it in the mid-post. Over to Damian Lillard. Back to Giannis. Spin move! Exclamation point! Hammer time for the Greek Freak.
Spin cycle. I talked about it earlier. When he could explode out of a spin, you knew he was getting his legs back. When you saw it right there. Man.
Thomas ties it. What a game he's having. 43. Tied at 121.
And on that play, Chris Middleton was coming to get the ball out of his hands. He saw Chris out of his peripheral, went the other direction, made a great finish on the play.
1:45 left to play.
Who's going to blink first?
Chris, step back. Ooh, smooth stroke. Cash money.
Who's going to blink first? The game of chicken.
Bucks on top. 1:30. Inside 90 seconds. Bridges. Are you kidding me? Ties it at 123.
Baby, that's back at you. Who is going to blink first? Both teams making really, really solid offensive plays down the stretch.
Giannis with the feed to Chris. Bucks back on top by 2.
You know, we talked about it. We love Chris's playmaking ability on display. That possession, that pass to Giannis inside off the roll.
Less than 60 seconds to play. Bridges underneath the basket. Thomas has had the hot hand. Not there that time.
What a timely stop by the Bucks, that possession. And then you get a lot more mobility with Bobby out there as opposed to Brook. There's the spin, there's the elevation, there's the throw down. And then watch Chris Middleton. He's going to follow Giannis on the roll, and Cam Thomas way too late on the rotation to be a factor.
Lillard brings it across to Chris.
Run it through Chris. Run your offense through Chris.
Chris pulls up. Left it short in front of the rim. Leaking out. Finney Smith. Pump fake. Finney Smith not there. Giannis tip it to himself. What a play.
Great hustle by Giannis and Chris Middleton. They understand what's at stake.
A play. All 6'11". Holding him off. The length of Giannis, the IQ of Giannis to tip it to his mate Chris Middleton.
And Ben Simmons has been really good at this, pushing it up early. He thought he saw an advantage. He did. But Giannis, great hustle, didn't go for the first fake, and just enough on the contest to cause Finney Smith to miss. And as you mentioned, tipped it right back to Chris. And now the Bucks get even smaller, even more perimeter defense by inserting Pat Connaughton back in the game.
And the man you want at the free throw line.
You know, you have the choice if you're Adrian Griffin, coach of the Bucks, to put in Pat Connaughton. Oh, boy. You know,
they are 16 of 44 tonight.
So you've got Jay Crowder on Cam Thomas.
Thomas all the way around the perimeter. The tip is not there. Giannis pulls down the rebound and into the hands of Dame. They got to stop the clock with 12.2.
It's just an outstanding job. You saw Adrian Griffin scale down his defense by bringing in Pat Connaughton to guard the perimeter better. Chris Middleton crowds Cam Thomas, and just the presence of Giannis inside forced Thomas to miss on that reverse lay-in try. And then you've got the guy you want at the free throw line in Dame Lillard to try and seal the deal.
$20-point game for Dame. Dame time counts at the free throw line too, right?
Well, I mean, and it's not the not the classic kind of Dame 20-point. Yes, it does. To answer your question before I start bloviating here, but it does indeed. That's when it really counts. This is when you're 90+% free throw shooter in closing time. He's kind of rattle a few home, but
he's still 90% tonight, 9 of 10.
Lots it goes through the net.
Final few seconds. Thomas, hats off to him. A 45-point night. And just a bucket short of tying his career high. Adrian Griffin will call the timeout. Manson, you got Jay Crowder all the way down here. People forgot about him. Smart play. Chewing some time off. Jay was standing on the far baseline with this wry smile on his face. Like, no one's going to guard me?
Yeah, that's a smart play because you open up the defense. Now defense has got to make a choice. Do you guard him down there and really open things up for somebody to flash to the ball? I mean, he almost misdribbled that coming up the sideline with that left-handed dribble, but fortunately he was fouled before it happened.
Well, for Adrian Griffin, the game's not decided yet, and his coaching staff, but some crucial end-of-game moments here already 6 games in.
Yeah, but you need this one for a 2-possession game. Got the wily vet here at the line. He understands the situation.
Doesn't have a lot of trips to the free throw line. He's only shot 6 free throws on the entire season. That was his first free throw attempt of the game. So Brook Lopez, now some size going the other way. Some size being added.
You got Ben Simmons on the floor, so you don't have to worry about him. So it's basically 4-on-4 on the perimeter. And just make sure you get to those 3-point shooters.
Huge free.
Just
got to be smart.
You can stop them from getting a quick shot off.
There's your Thomas 3. And there's your putback. There's another tap in. That's ball game.